guys, I would like to share a very important message with you. This message was given to ederman by some individuals that I'm going to explain further later on. I'm going to read only some parts from the whole message because it's really long. And I would appreciate if you would just listen to the end and decide then if you liked it or you found it boring. Okay, thank you very much, and I'm going to start now. The message. Who are we? Like billions others in this galaxy, we are conscious, creators that some name extraterrestrials, even though reality is subtler. There is no fundamental difference between you and us, save for the experience of certain stages of evolution. Like most of you, we are in the quest of the Supreme Being. Therefore, we are not gods or lesser gods, but virtually you are equals in the cosmic brotherhood. Physically, we are somewhat different from what you, but for most of us, humanoid shaped. Who are you? Your goal is to unite the respect of these roots to accomplish a common project. The appearance of your cultures seems to keep you separated because you substitute it to your deeper being. Shape is now more important than the essence of your subtle nature. You are being called on to overcome shape while still respecting it for its richness and beauty. Understanding the conscience of shape makes us love men in their diversity. Peace does not mean to make war. It consists in becoming what you are in reality, a same fraternity. To understand this, the number of solutions within your reach are decreasing. One of them consists in contact with another race that would reflect the image of what you are in reality. What is your situation? We reach the conclusion that freedom is built every day as being becomes aware of himself and of his environment, getting progressively rid of constraints and intentions, whatever they may be. Despite the numerous brave and willing human consciousness, those inertias are artificially maintained for the profit of a growing centralizing power. Although a human being is an individual, yet having many potential capacities, cannot exercise them with dignity. This is the case for the biggest majority of you, for reasons that are essentially geopolitical. There are several billion of you. The education of your children and your living conditions, as well as the conditions of numerous animals and much plant life, are nevertheless under the thumb of a small number of your political, financial, military, and religious representatives. Your thoughts and beliefs are modeled after partisan interests to turn you into slaves, while at the same time giving you the feeling that you are in total control of your destiny, which in essence is the reality. Hatred grows bigger, but so does love. That is what keeps you confident in your ability to find solutions. But the critical mass is insufficient, and sabotage work is cleverly being carried out. Human behaviors formed from past habits and trainings have such an inertia that this perspective leads you to a dead end. You entrust these problems to representatives whose conscious of common well-being slowly fades away in front of corporatist interest, those difficulties. They are always debating on the form, but rarely on the content. Just at the moment of action, delays will accumulate to the point when you have to submit rather than choose. This is the reason why, more than ever in your history, your decisions of today will directly and significantly impact your survival of tomorrow. There are two ways to establish a cosmic contact with another civilization: via its standing representatives or directly with individuals without distinction. The first way entails fights of interest. The second way brings awareness. Peace and reunification of your peoples would be a first step towards the harmony with civilizations other than yours. That is precisely what those who manipulate you behind the scenes want to avoid at all costs, because by dividing their reign, they also reign over those who govern you. That is precisely what those who manipulate you behind the scenes want to avoid at all costs, because by dividing their reign, they also reign over those who govern you. Their strength comes from their capacity to distillate mistrust and fear into you. This considerably harms your very cosmic nature. This message would be of no interest if this manipulator's tutorage did not reach its peak, and if their misleading and murderous plans did not materialize in a few years from now. Their deadlines are close, and mankind will undergo unprecedented torments for the next 10 years. To defend yourselves against this aggression that bears no face, you need at least to have enough information that leads you to the solution. What can we offer? We can offer you a more holistic vision of the universe and of life, constructive interactions, then experience of fair and fraternal relationships, liberating technical knowledge, eradication of suffering, controlled exercise of individual powers, the access to new forms of energy, and finally, a better comprehension of consciousness. We cannot help you overcome your individual and collective fears, or bring you laws that you would not have chosen. Work on your own selves, individual and collective effort to build the world you desire, the spirit of quest to new skies. What would we receive? Should you decide that such a contact takes place, we would rejoice over the safeguarding of fraternal equilibrium in this region of the universe, fruitful diplomatic exchanges, and the intense joy of knowing that you are united to accomplish what you are capable of. The feeling of joy is strongly sought in the universe, for its energy is divine. What is the question we ask you? Do you wish that we show up? How can you answer this question? The truth of soul can be read by telepathy. You only need to clearly ask yourself this question and give your answer as clearly on your own or in a group as you wish. Being in the heart of a city or in the middle of a desert does not impact the efficiency of your answer. yes or no immediately after asking the question. Just do it as if you were speaking to yourself, but thinking about the message. What is the lever effect? This decision should be made by the greatest number among you, even though it might seem like a minority. It is recommended to spread this message in all intelligible fashions, in as many languages as possible, to those around you, whether or not they seem receptive to this new vision of the future. Making a decision by yourself as an individual is your right as well as your responsibility. Passivity only leads to the absence of freedom. Similarly, indecision is never efficient. If you really want to cling to your beliefs, which is something that we understand, then say no. If you do not know what to choose, do not say yes because of mere curiosity. This is not a show, this is real. Daily life. We are real. We are alive and living. What would be the consequence of a positive decision? For us, the immediate consequence of all collective available decision would be the materialization of many ships in your sky and on earth. For you, the direct effect would be the rapid abandoning of many certitudes and beliefs. A simple, conclusive visual contact would have huge repercussion on your future. Much knowledge would be modified forever. The organization of your societies would be deeply upheaved forever in all fields of activity. Power would become individual because you would see for yourself that we are living. Concretely, you would change the scale of your values. The most important thing for us is that humankind would form a single family in front of this unknown we would represent. Later on, peaceful and respectful exchanges would be those possible if such is your wish. For now, he who is hungry cannot smile. He who is fearful cannot welcome us. We are sad to see men, women, and children suffering to such a degree in their flesh and in their hearts when they bear such an inner light. Why spread such a message among yourselves? Translate and spread this message widely. This action will affect your future in an irreversible and historical way at the scale of millenniums. Otherwise, it will postpone a new opportunity to choose to several years later, at least one generation, if it can survive. Not choosing stands for undergoing other people's choice. Not informing others stands for running the risk of obtaining a result that is contrary to one's expectations. Remaining indifferent means giving up one's free will. It is all about your future. It is all about your evolution. The big medias will not be necessarily interested in spreading this message. It is therefore your task, as an anonymous yet an extraordinary thinking and loving being, to transmit it. You are still the architect of your own fate. Do you wish that we show up? So guys, I hope you liked it. I'm sorry for the mistakes I did. And yeah, I really look forward to read all your comments. Thank you very much. Bye. Take care.